Hello internet and welcome back to more Journey Renewed Fate Fantasy, and in today's episode we have something quite interesting. Even if you haven't played this game yet, check this out. They've just released a new character with event summon for Ksitigarbha. Looks pretty sick, yeah? And here's what he does, and that will be like the content for today's video as well. Today will be all about this guy and for me to cover just what he does and what this guy is gonna change in this game, yeah? You know, if you watch me with your E7, this is gonna be something quite familiar. So let's just check you out. And of course, before we start, this is a sponsored video. If you want to support your boy, do download the game via my link in the description. It really helps out a ton. With that out the way, let's take a look at Ksitigarbha now. What is this character? What does he do? And how do you build him and use it? So you are a mage. Now a mage is a DPS role, but he himself actually has quite a bit of utility in him, specifically with debuffing and reviving. You have a lot more with like debuffing and controlling. Yeah, exactly. So it is a mage. With this character, what you do with this skill, which should be your signature ability, you got no vacancy in hell. This is where attack all enemies, 80% chance to apply defense down for 2 turns. So this is the person that will allow me to build the nuclear bomb team. You know, the team that ends you with 1 turn. That's what I live for. So no vacancy in hell is exactly that. It's an AoE as well, so no one can hide from it. You can't even hide behind rows. Everyone gets hit, gets defense down. Does decent damage, not that crazy though. And that will be one of his signature skill. The other skill though, the second one, further increases his like uniqueness for me. Deals damage equals to 160% of attack to an enemy when defeating a target. Revives 1 random defeated ally with 50% HP, giving him 1 stack of skill damage immunity. This means you are supposed to use it to take the first turn or like the second turn, get that defense down, and then take the extra turn later after the enemy say they take one of your allies off. You can use reincarnate reversal, kill 1, get your ally back with skill damage immunity as protection. This is quite unique, yeah? Ksitigarbha, you're supposed to defense down them, have your team help him take the turn as well. If anyone dies, you can get them back, and that's his entire deal. But I feel like this you know, no vacancy in hell skill though should be his bread and butter for me. Like that defense down for me to just set things up, freaking beautiful, right? So if you obtain Ksitigarbha through the event, you can gain a lot of like, you know, summon redeems. You can get a lot of summons as well just by completing the stories here, yeah? I'm not gonna like go into it though. You know, just enjoy it yourself. Download the game via my link and you get to read more about this fellow. It's all gonna be like animated, I'm sure. Not gonna be a bad experience for anyone trying to get in the game. And with that said, let's just take a look at I myself already gotten Ksitigarbha. Let's look at how you're supposed to build this guy. And I'll just tell you right now first, the lineup for him that makes the most sense will look like something like this. So he's gonna be paired in the back line along with your DPSs, your utility characters. If anyone in the front line dies, Ksitigarbha can still clean 1 character off the field, revive your random ally with skill damage nullifier immunity, yeah? So with that said, how do you build Ksitigarbha? This is how you do. Firstly, let's just talk about the relics. The relics, the best one, certainly Omniscient Pike, which is designed literally for him. You get crit rate. When you defeat a target with a single attack, 40% chance to increase buff duration as well. That's gonna be really good for him, especially after you unlock his like skills and fates and all of the sort. But that will be for relic. If you really don't have this, there certainly are other options as well. But yeah, it depends on what you got. I really do prefer the Pike though. This one is really good for him. Now, in terms of how you want to cultivate him, go to his talent. This is where I just hit reference. I didn't do anything else. I just hit reference, right? Depending on the amount of armor you have, you might want to increase your speed a little bit because you want to take the first turn. That for me is more important than having the attack. Of course, attack, great crit damage, all of it is still important because he does do good damage, especially with the second skill. Importantly enough as well, affect hit rate, you want some in there because you want to land that defense down. So with that said, honestly, just hit reference. The reference does a great job at just spreading the stats that you need for him, right? I just hit reference and currently my stat line looks quite decent. This is something that I don't mind having, yeah? Now, you'll notice that my speed is 145. If you're like mid to end game, you'll notice this is really not that fast at all. Like, I'm missing a speed set, which I'll show you why later. For crit rate, crit damage though, I'm almost max crit rate. I would prefer to have max crit rate. Crit damage, the higher the better, so you can like kill someone with the second skill, all of which I will obtain if I have better armor or, you know, maximum talent as well. To take a look at what happened with my armor that allows this stat would be this. We got 4 crit set pieces and 2 F hit rate pieces or F pieces, yeah? So right here we got the F pieces. I'm gonna show you like each and every one of it. We've got the speed, but clearly you want them to like go fast, and you have a crit damage on this piece right here. You want them to do some damage. I have a tab bonus % on this one. However, you can try for F hit rate. Then again though, I don't think you want him to do no damage at all, so I prefer to go attack bonus and F hit rate or hit rate, effect hit rather, on your substats, right? Try and get that the best as you can. But yeah, there is an option to go F hit rate on this piece, I'm pretty sure. That is certainly an option, but remember, Ksitigarbha has some pretty good damage. You want some damage on him. Do note that this will not be his best set of armor. I personally think the best set will be with speed or crit set, or speed and hit set. With speed and hit set, you get to make sure, especially in endgame, that you can race against like enemy team comps, and then outspeed, get the defense down before they start attacking you, yeah? There's a chance to just snipe you off if you don't take the turn, so that's why I prefer speed set with the hit set at the side to land that defense down. All for this is how like the entire combo is gonna work. We got the free Chang'e. Let me find her real quick. We got the free Chang'e right here at 164 speed, faster than Ksitigarbha. Chang'e is gonna start with Lunar Illumination, which gets attack up for the whole row, the same row. That's why you want to put her in your back line along with Ksitigarbha. He gets the attack buff along with, for me, Lady White Bone, which is a DPS that looks gorgeous, by the way, getting her attack buff as well. Now, after everyone gets attack buff, we're going to start with Ksitigarbha's defense down right into Lady Whitebone's Nether Sword Dancer, which does damage to everybody, 200% of attack, which is quite high in terms of multiplier. You also do additional damage to the same line. You also will not like care for the counter effect. You ignore counter effect, they cannot counter you. This, even in PvP, for characters that can counter you, this is like just a, you know, a shut up. Just slap their face, you cannot counter, and they are usually dead at that point with attack up and defense down. That is the primary way you want to use this, hence why I have this lineup prepared. This should be one of the best lineups for actually everything. I'm saying PvE, I'm saying PvP. You can try this in everywhere. You should have a decent chance, even if they want to come for you. They have to kill Ksitigarbha first. If they don't, or they might have to kill like multiple characters at the same time, which is hard to do. If they don't and Ksitigarbha is alive, you just go second skill, kill one that's defense down and already, you know, low HP because Lady Whitebone nuked them. You just revive. And just like that, you outpace the enemy. That is why I say Ksitigarbha is pretty darn great, at least in this meta. And yeah, paired with Lady Whitebone as well, with the free Chang'e, it makes for a really wonderful team in my opinion. And that will be my guide for Ksitigarbha. A pretty solid character, I would say. And yeah, that will be all. If you're interested in this game, because it's honestly quite interesting, do click my link in the description down below the game. It will help me out a ton. And that will be all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and take care.